Hey guys, it's Mrs. Lloyd, and I'm here to talk to you guys about pre-registration for next year. Next year, can you believe it? I bet you are so ready for next year. This at-home learning stuff is probably driving you guys bonkers. It is driving me bonkers, and I'm not even teaching you guys, although I do have guys who are learning from at home, and that's driving me bonkers. But I do have to say I miss seeing you guys at school and talking to you. I bet your teachers for sure are missing you. At least I know they are. They're saying that they are. And, I wish we were here to talk about this in person because this is one of my favorite parts of the year is to see you guys all excited for next year and to hear about the classes and get more excited about what we get to learn for next year. So here we go. Let's talk about it, shall we? Okay. In this presentation, we will learn what classes are available for 7th and 8th grade. Well, who cares about 7th grade? Let's talk about 8th grade, right? Learn about what electives are available at Syringa and how to sign up for them. Okay, what classes can I take next year? ELA, math, science, social studies, PE, health, band, choir, orchestra, lifetime sports, 8th grade athletic fitness, art, art 2, pre-engineering, app creators, CS innovators, and outdoor adventure. Okay, what are the required classes? ELA, 2 blocks, math, science, social studies, and computer apps. Now, it is a required class for 8th grade, although some of you have taken it as an elective for 7th grade. So for those of you who did take it as an elective, now have that time open, and now we'll have an extra time for an elective. So, next one. What are classes called that you don't have to take but may choose to take? Now, I gave you a little hint in the last slide. They're called electives. How many electives do I get to take next year? Now, that depends on several factors. Those include grades, ISAT scores, MAP scores, and teacher recommendations, which, are work ethics and other characteristics and stuff. So those things might determine whether you're going to be in an intervention class or something like that. Now, this year, one advantage of the coronavirus and being in, this horrible isolation that we have been in and social distancing and what have you, is that we didn't have to take the ISATs this year. So this year we're going to be mostly looking at MAP scores, but we'll probably look at last year's ISAT scores and stuff like that. Look at growth to determine whether or not kids have to be in intervention classes and stuff like that. But with that being said, if you are not in intervention classes and stuff like that, you will have, 8th graders will have up to 2 year-long classes, which are semester-long classes, I mean to say, or 2 year-long classes, or 4 semester-long classes. So that's, half a year. And so year-long classes would be band, orchestra, pre-engineering. Semester-long classes would be 8th grade athletic fitness, CS innovators, outdoor adventures, stuff like that. Okay, what electives should I choose? You should choose classes that you are interested in. Do not choose classes that your friends are interested in. Here's why. You might be interested in something that is like art. You may love to draw. You might love to paint. You may be interested in something like that. Your best friend might be interested in camping, fishing, hunting, and so outdoor adventures may be the class for them. Well, you may not be interested in that stuff. Your friend may be barely able to draw a stick figure. Doesn't mean you guys can't be friends. You guys could totally be friends. That might be the best thing ever. However, you'll be miserable in each other's classes. So don't sign up for each other's classes because that would be the worst thing ever. You can see each other after school. You can see each other at lunch. You could see each other during holidays, who knows, you might have like ELA together or math together or one of your other core classes together. And even if you sign up for those classes, there are multiple classes of those during the day. So you might not even end up in the same class together. So don't sign up for a class just because your best friend wants to sign up for the class. Sign up for the class that you're interested in taking. Also, music classes. If you started off in band, orchestra, or choir, continue on with those. Here's why. Those classes are good for your brain. They help develop your brain in ways that no other kind of class can. Also, there are advanced classes in high school that can help you excel, and there's all these elite groups that you can participate in. Not to mention, there are possibilities in college that you can participate in as well and get scholarships. I have a really good friend whose son was able to get a scholarship in college, and he was the only one who was able to go on to college because he was the only one who could afford to go to college because of his scholarship. What if I had been in music for a year or two, but really, really wanted to take art, outdoor adventures, or lifetime sports? Well, guess what? You stuck with it, and now you have the opportunity to take those. So good job. You did it. You stuck with it. This is your chance. What if I sign up for a class, but when I get in it, I realize I don't like it? Well, too bad. Yes, stuck in it. You're stuck in it. So go over those class descriptions, really look at what you want, what they're about, and sign up for the ones you really want. Like I said, don't sign up for something that somebody else wants to take. Do what you want to take. What if I don't remember what all the classes are? Read the course description sheet. It describes them to you. You can always look at the school website. They are there. We're going to give you the link. We have lots of places that the links are, so you can always go over it. Can I take athletics, fitness if I'm not a serious athlete? Nope. These are only for serious athletes. You have to be in 2 sports, whether they be at school sports or community sports, to be able to be in this class. Mr. Klotzer designs this class to be for athletes so that you can be in physical shape for sports. So please don't sign up for this class if you are not a serious athlete. Can I be a student aide? Maybe. Some students are chosen each year to be student aides. In order to be a student aide, you must have no grade lower than a C, excellent behavior, excellent attendance, a complete application, and alphabetization skills. And a student aide is not a class you sign up for. It is a class that you can apply for. There is a web address on the pre-registration form to the student aide application. There's also a link on our website under the counselor tab. If you do not meet the criteria listed on the previous screen, do not do an application. If you're chosen as a student aide, you get to pick which teacher you help. No, unfortunately, you do not. The teacher picks you, and this is also said for the office and the library. So here's the deal. If you do not want to work with a certain teacher, do not apply, because they may pick you and then you're stuck with that teacher for at least a semester, if not the whole year. Also, if you do not want to work in the office or in the library, which are pretty busy jobs, both of those, and you think this is an easy grade to be like a teacher's aide, a student aide, or whatever, they're busy. So don't apply if you don't want to, be busy. So, and the office may pick you or the library may pick you. So keep that in mind as well. Pre-registration forms. These forms tell the office what classes you want to take next year. So take these into consideration. Really think about these. Talk about it with your parents. Tell them what you want to take, and they may say, no, that doesn't sound like you. Make sure you go over them with your parents. So these are the forms that you will look at. You can look at. The one on the right is the actual form if you are filling it out. The one on the left gives you the class summary. The class summary is on the website. The one we will be asking you to do the Google form this year. So the Google form will not necessarily look like this, but if you have a paper form, it does look like this. How you will do this if you are doing a paper form, and also in the Google form, it's a little bit more self-explanatory, because on the Google form, you will have number 1, and you will pick one of the listed classes. Number 2, you'll pick one of the listed classes, and they're all the same. On the form, on this form, the one on the right, it has little boxes next to them. You will need to mark, you'll rank them 1 through 6. 1, you want the most. 2, the one you want the second most, all the way through 6, which you want the next, the 6th most. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do not check mark them, do not X them, do not fill in the box of ones you want. If you do not rank them of what you want the most, we will not know which classes you want, because you'll just mark them. We don't know which ones you want the most. So keep that in mind. On classes like Lifetime Sports and 8th grade athletic fitness, if you want them 2 semesters, so for those who are wanting, who are doing the Google form, please mark if you want them first semester and second semester. If you are doing the Google form and that's what you want most, for most and second, on the first most, put in 8th grade athletic fitness for number 1, and second, put 8th grade athletic fitness. Again, rank them, do not mark them. Pre-registration forms. Complete the Google form, that's what we're asking you to do first, or mail the paper form to the school, or you can take a picture of it and email it to myself or Mrs. Hardy. I'll give you the email as well, a link, and then you can drop it by the school or as well. The forms must have both. If you're going to do the form part, you have to have your signature and your parent's signature. What if I'm going to a different school next year? Fill out the form anyway, just in case something happens and you end up coming back to Syringa. A lot of times kids think that they're going to move over the summer or go to a different school, and they end up coming back. You know what, that happened a lot last year. We had a lot of kids thinking that they were going to go to a different school, and they ended up showing up at registration at the end of summer, and they were coming back to Syringa. And then they ended up they weren't registered for classes they wanted to take. So they ended up having to try and register for classes that they wanted to take, and then there weren't as many available to them. So what if you don't turn in a form? Well, you will have no choice in what classes you get, and you'll have to take whatever the classes the office assigns you. So like I would tell my kids when they were little, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. There's not a lot of choices left in the end. Okay, that's it. We made it through it. Thanks for watching. Fill out that Google form after you've talked to your parents, of course, and after you've looked through those course descriptions, the course summary that's on the school website under the counselor tab. It has all of them listed. It gives you a description. Then it will give you a link to the Google form, so you can go fill those out. If you have any questions, also on the website has my my email address, Mrs. Hardy's email address. It also is, my email address is eloyd@caldwellschools.org. It's ELLOYD@caldwellschools.org. And Miss Hardy-Gutshall's is EHARDY@caldwellschools.org. We'll answer any questions that you might have. But anyway, hopefully we will get that information to you. Again, please try to do the Google form so we can get all that information from you. If you have to, do the paper form and get that to us either by emailing us a picture of it or sending it to us. All right. See you guys. Hope you have a great summer and everything goes well. Okay, bye.